One of the most common things we get with hail damage repairs is, should I file an insurance claim? Are my rates going to go up? Is it even worth filing a claim, or should I just pay for the damage out of pocket? So a lot of times people don't quite realize the damage and the cost that it is to repair those dents. So, they're saying, oh, I only see maybe 10 dents or 20 dents. Well, there's a couple problems there. Number one, under the right lighting, you'll see more than that, okay? Number two, if we fix the big dents only, then the smaller dents or the medium-sized dents now become the big dents. So you see the big dents now, they're the main focus. We fix those, but we don't fix the other ones. Now the small ones become the big ones. So you really want to get them all fixed. And if you're paying out of pocket, you could be looking at, even at a wholesale price, you could be looking at $100, $200, for each dent. It depends on if it's an aluminum panel, how the dent has to be removed, how severe the dent is. So you start talking about 10 dents or 20 dents, and you're into the thousands of dollars already when you're talking about an insurance claim versus paying out of pocket. And then we have an even bigger issue, is that while we always try to avoid it happening, of course, there is it's an industry accepted standard. The insurance companies also know this, that sometimes the hail hits the car so hard, you see the dent, microscopically the paint has been compromised. So if that dent is in a location that has to be pulled with a glue pull, it is possible, if that paint is compromised, even though we don't see a crack in the paint on the surface, that it could pull the paint with it when we do a glue pull. So if you're paying out of pocket for your hail damage, well, now you have to pay out of pocket to have that repainted. If you were filing it through insurance and that hail dent pulled the paint when we're glue pulling it, the insurance company covers that because they know that that's a possibility, in the repair process. And of course, we don't want you to have anything repainted. We would love to do everything paintless dent repair, but you just never know. So between the thousands of dollars that people don't realize what it costs to fix hail damage, and the risk of pulling paint or some other issue during the repair process that would otherwise be covered by insurance, it's almost always smarter to file an insurance claim. So then the next part of that is, people will say, well, I don't want my rates to go up. Well, the problem with that is that we live in Central Texas, and about 70,000 people a year are filing hail damage claims between their house, their cars. And so your individual insurance policy may not go up because you filed that claim, and it shouldn't, but your insurance policy is going to go up because you live in an area that's at high risk for hail damage. It's no different than if you lived in Florida, for hurricane and flooding and wind damage. Their insurance rates are higher to insure houses and stuff there because of that. It doesn't matter if one specific person has an issue, with their policy. It's the fact that the aggregate area is all filing claims themselves. So you're going to get an insurance, if the insurance is going to go up, it's going to go up anyways, and that's because everybody is filing that claim.